So guys, I'm home now, and so is my Jeep. It's time to get started on all the other things I've been finally waiting for. Auto body place got done, squaring up the frame, and it came out pretty good, they said. So I got a bunch of measurements on that, and only issue is now I got more issues with it, of course. Now it doesn't want to start, and yeah, I still got to fix the front axle in it before I can actually start driving it. So, other than all the cosmetics that are barely on there for like panels and stuff, so got all that stuff here. I just need still waiting on a hood though, but otherwise, yeah, everything else is here, and I gotta get started on it. So, probably gonna have to drop the fuel tank first and get that started disassembled. There's I guess a pressure sensor in there if I remember right, and I have to get working on that first so I can get it to run if I need to move that at all, and then I gotta get the front axle rebuilt so I can have four-wheel drive and actually have it all the drive line there. So yeah, that's gonna be all the fun. But she's home. It's gonna be great. Well, I'm thinking the first thing I'm going to end up doing here is probably drop the gas tank, because I want to try to see at least get this thing moving first under its own power. That way if I need to move it, I can. And I can free up this garage space if I have to pull it out or something, but more than likely it's going to stay in here anyways. But yeah, so I think first thing, drop the gas tank, and then just go from there. Alright, here we go. Well, so I gotta get the gas tank out, and to do that I have this whole skid plate underneath it, and I have to take the bolts out from all the way around it and stuff. There was a skid plate underneath my transfer case there. I took that one out. I only had 4 bolts to it, but yeah, so I'll just take all these out, like one up there and everything all around it, and then I should be able to drop the tank though, so we'll see how this goes. Alright. Oh, alright, well, I'm not gonna lie, this sucks. I don't like working under vehicles, but anyways, finally getting the gas tank to come down, got all the bolts out. I have to have blocks under it because I don't have enough jacks to do this a better way, so put them jacks underneath it and keep lowering it until I get it to a reasonable level. Those ain't too bad now. I have to lift it up and take some more blocks out, but I just need to get it low enough so I can actually start doing all these hoses on this end. I got the main fuel hose undone, or the fill neck I should say. Fill neck's undone, but everything else is still attached. Lots of hoses for vapor control and stuff like that, so not about to see it that much. I don't know. Probably just have to skip through this and hopefully get the tank out, and we'll just start from there. So, yep, here we go. Oh, got the tank dropped finally. And I got everything undone beforehand before I dropped it, except for this wire clip for the fuel pump. That was right there. It made it a lot easier to get off as soon as I got it dropped anyway, so it worked out for me. The only thing left though, got these two lines right here. Undo them right there. Yeah, undo those two fuel lines, and I can slide the rest of the tank out. Fun times. Does not like to slide. Right here off the end here is gonna be a fuel pump, and yeah, I gotta figure out how to get that out. I gotta spin this plate, and yeah, that'll be fun. Otherwise, I think my issue is right in the fuel pump here, housing or assembly, whatever it is, and yeah. Either the fuel pump or fuel pressure sensor in there. Either way, something's not right. It's not pumping fuel. Well, I had hooked up even, and nothing was coming out of the fuel line, so something's wrong. Well, I'm going to just take apart this fuel pump. I'm kind of curious to see if I can figure out what's wrong with it, or I don't know. I just want to see what it's all about, and make sure that this is actually the problem. So last time I checked, I was getting 12 volts to the fuel tank right outside of this, but I don't know. I want to just make sure I'm not missing something else that could be the problem. That's cool. Got a metal shaving in here, so that's no, that's not metal. Looks like metal, but no, it's some kind of rubber gasket. So I'm not worried if I break this. Because I'm planning on getting a different one more than likely anyways, so I just want to see. Container. Hopefully try not to make a mess on my whole floor. Got it. Interesting. Let me get a spin. Well, after more thoroughly looking through it, the fuel pump actually pumps, so not sure what the heck's going on. Maybe it's this filter's all plugged on the bottom of it. I don't know. I'm just guessing at this point, but so I gotta figure out if maybe the Jeep isn't putting out 12 volts to the fuel pump. So I checked where the wire goes back and ohmed it for seeing where the power is supposed to be. Power should be on the. This is a 4-prong plug here, and it's the outer two, or the power to the fuel pump. The middle two must be for the fuel level. And I don't see any pressure things unless it's in the pump too, but pump worked fine. I hooked up 12 volts to it just to see. Sure enough, it spit out gas, so it seems to be working fine. I gotta get and see now if maybe sure that I actually have 12 volts at the Jeep, but yeah, we'll just have to see. So, well, after further diagnostics, found out fuel pump works just fine. So I found out that I am not getting 12 volts at from the key for the fuel pump at least. I am getting 12 volts for just the fuel level sensor on it. So now I need to figure out why that's the case, and I had to drop the tank just to figure that out, because I don't know a better way of doing this. Probably would have been a lot better way, but whatever. We're this far now, so now I just got to figure out how to get my power there. Good times, good times. Oh, this has been a nightmare. Been checking fuses, relays, everything. All my fuses are good. I've switched around relays. That doesn't seem to help get power to the fuel pump. Checking everything I could think of. There's a sensor on the tank, a vapor sensor. Thought that might have been it. No, it seemed, as far as I can tell, it seems fine, but I don't really know too many good ways of testing that either. But there's power there, and seems like it's working at least. Anyways, so I ended up going back to the gas tank and unplugging the wire to it to see if I could check maybe which wire I'm not getting power for it, like if the hot's not good or if the ground's not good. So I checked that, and ground's fine to the fuel pump. And so with that, figured the hot is the only issue here. Hot wire is the only problem, so it needs to get power. So I thought maybe relay, but anyways, I found out that after tracing wires back and forth, found out where it is here. I tried to ohm it out in there, and it didn't seem like it was working, but I wasn't for sure if it was the right wire. I followed around it for zigzag through this engine bay here about 4 times, and then it gets down to this frame rail for the fuel pump, and it just follows this big clip here, and that goes around the back side of this, and then eventually it goes along here in that gray sheathing. And I noticed this. Bear with me a second here. Yeah, I noticed this right here. It looks like the wires are pinched. There, I got light on now. Right there. I could see a couple broken wires in there as it is, so finally found my problem. Got some broken wires, and I got pinched from when I was in the accident, so I'm not going to undo this and make sure that everything else is fine there. Make sure I have 2 error codes pulled up on the engine base, or from the engine, so I'm assuming that it's all because of in here. So just got to fix this and see how it turns out after that. hopefully we'll be able to drive around or get it to run on its own fuel system at least. That'd be nice. So yeah, here we go. Well, I got this protective covering off here, and it looks like all the wires are pretty good, honestly. Nothing looks, I don't see any tears except for the one in particular. That one is barely have any plastic holding that at all together anyways, so everything else looks pretty good though, so I'm pretty happy with that. Everything looks nicely braided and everything, which I didn't know they did that, but yeah. So hopefully, I just gotta connect that one wire there and I should be back in business. Oh, I just had to, I spliced in a wire for now just to make sure that it's actually going to work. I think it should be good though. So yeah, I just got to test it, make sure I actually have power at the fuel pump now, and otherwise I can start putting things back together. Alright, here it goes. I'm going to turn the key and see if we finally got fuel. Jeez. Hey! Alright, well, I made a little bit bigger mess than I figured, but I got fuel, so that works. Sweet. Now I can start putting the tank back in and get an actual splice kit for fixing that wire. Since I only put that wire nut in there, just the wire nuts in there just so it holds it for now, just to see if it works, and sure does. So now I just gotta actually get that all fixed, and then start putting things back together. Hopefully you got a running Jeep again. Huzzah! One problem fixed at least. On to the next. Well, actual splice tool or splicer crimp for, I guess they're just butt connectors for the wire to fix where it snaps, so I'm going to fix it properly, and then I'm not so worried about moisture with it. There is that plastic coating on it, and I'm going to tape all around that anyways to make sure that it is moisture proofed out pretty much, and shouldn't have any issues after this. So hopefully that's all I need to fix her. So yeah, here we go. There, now it's spliced in there finally, and now I just gotta tape it up and put everything back where it needs to be. Sweet. Well, I got everything together, so let's see if it starts. Alright, I just need you to turn the key over 3 times, just to prime it. Turn the key dash on 3 times and off, and then start it. Because since the gas tank was unhooked, all the lines are free of, just full of air. So now I just gotta, oh, hang on, that line burst. Gotta fix that quick. Alright, didn't have the fuel line pushing all the way. Let's try again. 3 times again. Just do it quickly. You don't have to work slow. You can do it slow. Alright. Yep. Try her. Awesome. That's all it took. It's a broken wire, and now she runs great. And I just gotta get onto the next stuff. Probably front drive shaft. Woo! Zena, why are you so lazy? Get up and do something, you bum.